Hi guys, Bird here and welcome back to the channel. Today I am at Savers. I've actually never visited this store before. I'm heading in to take a look around and see if there's any fabric or other things that will be really great for upcycling projects. Come with me. Wow, guys, this is the first time I've ever been in here, and this place is huge. At first sight, first glimpse, it almost looks like a regular store, but it is a donation center, and these are all thrifted items. So let's make our way through. As I mentioned, guys, this place is huge. So I headed back initially to their bed and bath section. So whatever we discover, we're going to discover together today. As I've mentioned, I've never been here before. So let's take a little look through. These are tablecloths. And you can certainly do a number of different things with tablecloths as well. This actually feels nice. It just has a good feel. I think it's probably, or once was maybe a scarf. This is really pretty, and I'm pretty sure this is not a tablecloth, guys. It actually feels like a little bit like a poly satin. Yeah, for sure. A poly satin, but it's pretty. It's a pretty green. And I asked the folks at the front at the customer service whether or not they sold fabric, and she did a little hemming and hawing, really did not know whether or not they carried any fabric here. She said to check back initially in this particular section. And there is an assortment of different things. This obviously is not a tablecloth, even though that's the way it's labeled. These are previously curtains. Easily you could recycle, upcycle these things to something different. This is really cute. And this was previously a tablecloth as well, or a curtain, I should say. And let's see. So just look at the variety of different things that are here. And in just a moment, I'm going to give you a general idea of pricing. I am only there are probably two or three more aisles of different things that you can select. So certainly I think there are definitely some options. This actually feels good. They're charging like $10 for that, $10.49, kids related stuff that could easily be upcycled into a really cute, lightweight quilted jacket. This is $10.49. This would be a really pretty piece of fabric for quilted jacket because it's quilted and you have this different pattern on the other side. That's really pretty. And I actually have a pattern that's really straightforward where you only need to bind the edges, which makes for a really easy pattern to make. So definitely a lot of bed related kinds of things. And still on the hunt. Like here they have quilts and things like that. And this place is bustling, guys. It is a Saturday and there are tons of people here looking all around and shopping another quilted piece. And I actually like the way that this one feels. This one is also $10. I cannot tell you guys, this feels really, really good. Like a really nice, beautiful cotton. Still looking. More bed related items. And I don't necessarily like to make garments out of sheets per se, unless it has a very high thread count. And you can basically tell by the way that it feels. Another really nice quilt that you could work with. More things over here. So this is fleecy related kinds of items. So if you wanted to make a fleece jacket, this is something that someone actually handmade. And I actually purchased some fabric from Joann's before they closed to actually do just this, the no-sew blanket. I just haven't gotten around to actually do it. They even have items that people have crocheted or knitted. So I'm glad to see that they're here. and hopefully to receive a second life. So I found this small section that actually does have real fabric, true fabric here. And they do have some pieces. So this polka dot one is $3.99. Of course, it's not going to tell me how many yards or anything like that. And let's see what else they have here. Is there anything else that I would use? That's a really pretty, looks like a cotton linen. So you never know what you're going to find. Just have to kind of come in and take a little look around. That's a pretty piece of fabric. The quality, it's a little bit on the light side for me, but could make, I'm not sure if it's a bottom weight fabric, but it's an interesting piece, and blue is always going to get my attention. And that's $4.99 for that piece. This would be great for lining a jacket or a coat. Let's see. I wish there was more of this. This is really, really pretty. And this piece is $2.49, but honestly, only if you needed a piece of scrap fabric. And so here's another piece of fabric. And this one is $7.99. What I don't see are any sewing related tools. I don't see any old sewing machines or anything like that here. All right. I want to take you guys over to look at the denim section because I love to upcycle denim. So let's go take a look over there. So when I'm looking for denim for upcycle projects, I usually go to the men's section and look at their denim. And the reason why is you're going to get more for your buck. So I actually look for the largest denim jeans I can find. And so this is like a waist is 54, and you're going to pay $15 here for those jeans. Here's a pair of Levi's. The quality of this denim is actually really good. It is not a stretch denim, and that's $22 for that fabric. I also like to deconstruct the pockets and reuse those pockets on different projects, and definitely the belt loops as well. Here's another one. This is Old Navy. That feels a little bit like it has some stretch in it. But as you can see, you're going to get a lot more denim if you go to the men's section versus the women's section. $15 for this pair. So they definitely have some pieces that you can work with. I like to use upcycled denim to make purses, to make skirts, to make backpacks, fanny packs. You name it, guys. I will add it to other pieces. I actually like the quality of this denim. It's a very heavyweight denim. As soon as I touched it, I knew it was a really great denim. And I don't know who makes this one. It says Pretty Little Thing. And they're asking $13 for this. And you can see there's lots of denim that they have. Here's an LL Bean. So a number of different brands are available. Here is a Lucky brand, and this one is $24.99. So I don't always go for necessarily the designer brands. You're going to pay more money, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the quality of the denim is any better. So here's a Levi's. I love the color of this particular denim. I'm starting to get into the smaller sizes, so I would not really shop any further down this rack because I do like to stay in the larger area, but I want to give you just a general idea of the type of denim that you would find. Here is a Banana Republic, and they're asking $12.99 for this particular one. Hollister, Gap, Aeropostale, American Eagle. So a number of different brands you would be able to find. As I continue to look around, I actually did find one sewing machine. This is a Brother. It looks like a beginner level sewing machine. They're asking $30 for it. All right, so my thoughts on it, it does not look like it comes with a cord. I'm not sure that I would actually recommend purchasing this unless you're somebody that needs the parts for something else, because I don't know how well it will run. It doesn't have a cord, and the money that you would have to spend to bring it up to the place that you would be able to utilize it may not make this a feasible purchase. And then I also found two other. This one is definitely a super duper beginner machine. There are literally only 5 stitches, but if you have a child that is interested in learning how to sew, this might be a decent machine. It is a drop bottom, the front bottom loading bobbin case. Um, I'm not sure if this goes with the sewing machine. Again, there is no cord actually attached here. I don't know if they keep the cord somewhere else. I see other electronic devices where the cords are actually attached, but there's none here. And then I also see this Janome. Janome has a good name as well. This is another beginner machine, and this one is $34.99. Again, really, good name machine. I don't see a cord. I'm actually going to check to see whether or not they actually keep them somewhere else. So I spoke to a staff person here, and over on the wall they have an electrical testing station, and they keep all of the electrical cords and whatnot here. And so what you can do, what he said you could do is you could bring the sewing machine over and search for a cord that may fit it. If you find a cord that fits it, you actually have to pay for that particular cord, and you might actually find it. I don't even see any foot pedals here, so that would also be a problem or something that you would want to look for. So it's a little bit of a hide and seek game here, trying to figure out the fitting. So I'm not sure that it was necessarily be a particularly great buy. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I did learn that they have a senior discount and they have a veterans discount. So the senior discount is on Tuesday, is 25 or 30% off. And the veterans discount is on Wednesday. Also, she wasn't sure. She said it was either 25 or 30%. So that's it for me today, guys. Let me know in the comments if you like to thrift, whether or not you've actually shopped at Savers, or if you have other locations that you would recommend. My name is Bird. Thank you so much for shopping with me, hanging out with me, and visiting Savers. If you are new to me, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you've been rocking with me a while, no, this is cute. You know how much I appreciate you. So hit the like button, guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now.